Hi guys, here's what we're going to be making today. It's my Under the Sea quiet book page and it comes complete with a cute little dolphin which I have shown you how to make on a separate tutorial and I've linked it in the description below. We've also got a little starfish hiding here and here we go, we've got a pearl inside our shell there. Right, okay, let me show you what you need to make this. To make your shell, you will need my template, which you can download in the description below, and we'll be using these parts of the template here. Okay, so here is what you'll need. We have got felt in like a beigey creamy colour, pale pink and kind of a fuchsia pink, and then we've got threads in corresponding colours, a sewing needle, scissors, and I've also got this pearl bead that's going to be inside our shell. So let's cut out our pieces. Okay, so I've made a start on the inside of our little clam, and what I've done is I've just done a fell stitch all around this lighter pink area. I'm going to go around the darker pink area in a moment, but before I do that I'm just securing our little pearl in the centre. I've already done a few stitches to put it in place, but I'm just going to show you how I do it. So I come up as close to the pearl as I can, and then I stick it, my needle, through the hole, and then I kind of put it up the other side, and then again I tuck it back in as close as I can get it to that pearl and down the other side. And once I've done that a few more times and I'm happy that that's secure, I will then finish it off by tucking my needle under and keeping my threads in. Okay, the next step will be to decorate the outside of your clam, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to do lines just coming down to meet this section here. They're not going to go past this section here because that's going to be sewn on to there in a second, but just lines so it gives that impression of grooves in your shell. And I'm going to do that in a slightly darker thread just so it shows up really well. So I'll get on with that now. Okay, so here is my the top of my shell so far. I'm just going to show you very roughly how I did the stitches. So I do my first stitch, and on my second stitch I'm going to go up the fabric a bit and kind of do, I suppose it's back stitch really. It's just easier to get your needle going down in the right position if you do these back stitches, because you want it going straight back in where your other one kind of went in, so it all looks like one continuous line. There we go. And then okay, so I've got this section all finished now. So I've done my fell stitch around both my pink pieces and my pearl is securely sewn on. And I've also done my lines on this bit. Now, when I started doing this, I thought you'd only need 2 of these, but these stitches are going to be seen because obviously this bit's going to flap down. So we need to cut out another shell shape. I will change my template to say that you need 3. And we're just going to put that to cover up those stitches. We don't want to see those ugly stitches. So to do that, what we need to do next to secure these pieces together is just do a blanket stitch around this curved edge and along here. I'm going to leave this bit as it is for the moment, because when we come to secure it in our quiet book, we will do a fell stitch to secure all 3 of those areas together and sew them down into our quiet book. So I'm not going to sew around there. Okay, so I've got my shell pieces here together now, and I've just put my top piece on top of my bottom piece, but I've just wiggled it up ever so slightly, and I'm just doing some stitches just to hold it in place just at the bottom here. We will be doing some more stitches when we sew it into our quiet book, but this is just to kind of, so it flaps down and flaps up and just gives it an extra bit of strength really, and also it helps it look even more like a lovely clamshell. And there we go, that's finished for now and all ready for sewing in our quiet book. And there we go. A clamshell with a pearl. To make your jellyfish from the Under the Sea Quiet Book page, you'll need the template, and the piece that we're interested in today is this piece here, where it says jellyfish. And you will need felt in purple, black and white, and you'll need threads in purple, black, white and lilac. I've also got these embellishments here, so I've got purple sequins and I've got lilac sequins also, but as I always say about embellishments, use what you have lying around. There's always lots and lots of fabulous things you can use. We'll also need scissors and a sewing needle. Right, let's get cutting out our pieces. So all the other bits of our template I've already cut out because I've already gone and made those bits, and these are the bits that we are left with. So it's this kind of coral or seaweed, which I'm going to make in green felt, a rock which is going to be grey, and a starfish which is going to be orange. To make the base of your Quiet Book page, you'll need a 10 by 10 piece of cotton and also a piece of yellow felt to make the sand at the base. So I'm going to get going cutting these pieces out and show you how to assemble these pieces. I'm taking my starfish here, and I've sewn my face onto the top part, and all I'm going to do to finish him off is just use a blanket stitch all the way around, and then he'll be ready for our Quiet Book page. So he is really super easy. With my seaweed, I'm just going to match my pieces up, and I'm going to do a blanket stitch all the way around, so it kind of makes just one piece. So I'll get on with that now. And the rock, you'll do exactly the same way as you did do the seaweed. You do it with a blanket stitch all the way around. So I haven't done a template for the sand. I've just cut out some very rough shapes to make the sand at the bottom of my page, and I'm just going to attach these using a fell stitch along these edges. Right, we come to assembling our Under the Sea Quiet Book page. So I've got all these bits all sewn ready here. I mean, this is kind of, the back's all a bit got all the threads showing, but that's going to be placed down, so that's no problem. And the only thing that isn't done at all is our jellyfish, and that's we're going to assemble him actually on the page. So the first thing I'm going to do is place down my seaweed. So I'm going to stick it down here, and we're not going to stitch it all the way around. We're literally just going to do a couple of fell stitches to secure it here, and a few kind of at the top. And what I want to get is something where it kind of will just hold the dolphin in place, but he can kind of be taken in and out and things like that. So fiddle around with your dolphin until you're happy, and then what I will probably do is do some stitches there, a couple securing it up here, and then I can just slip him out and kind of tuck him back in again when I want to. It's just so he's kind of half hidden in the seaweed. I'm going to do a similar thing with my rock. I'm just going to do some fell stitches at the bottom, and I'm going to try and do these stitches where my blanket stitches already are, so it looks really neat. And then behind him, I'm going to have my little starfish who's going to be hiding. I'll put my shell down here, and that will be a fell stitch all the way around to secure that on, and I'm mirroring these stitches here just to keep it neat again. And then we're ready to start sorting out our jellyfish. First thing you're going to do with our jellyfish is sew this piece down, just using the fell stitch all the way around. I'm putting this bit down because when we use this embellishment, it's really slidey, and the felt helps to hold it a little bit better than the cotton does, so that's the only reason. So sew that bit down first, and then I'm going to sew his face on. So I'm going to give him some eyes and a mouth, and I've just got this tiny bit of rickrack that I'm going to add onto the bottom just to make him a little bit more jellyfish-like, and I may just add on a couple of little sequins as well. But before I do that is adding on my embellishment. You could use ribbon here, or you know, some nice embroidery thread. It doesn't really matter. I've got this kind of stuff that's all shiny, and what we're going to do is kind of lay it down in a wiggly line so it looks like kind of jellyfish kind of tentacles. When I'm happy with it, I'll get my next one, which is my lilac-y sparkly stuff, and do exactly the same thing. This one isn't as long, and I'm hoping to kind of go in all the spaces that have gone in already. And there we go. And then I'm going to do some securing stitches across there. It doesn't matter how neat it is because they're all going to be covered up, because when I've done this face, that will be placed on the top, and again fell stitch all the way around to secure it in. But all these bits will be able to wiggle around and you'll have lots of movement. And once you've done those steps, this page will be complete. Here is our completed Under the Sea Quiet Book page, and all these bits lift up so we can tuck away our starfish, we can close up our seashell, and we can tuck in our little dolphin here. I'll just show you where I've sewn on this. I've sewn around here to secure it there, and then I've just sewn around this little prong here, and then our dolphin tucks in there quite nicely. And with the rock, I've just sewn around this section. I have added a few buttons for embellishment, and also I've got some of this, it's kind of like a ribbon that I got, and I've just kind of added that down there for a bit of chain under the sea. And then there we go, all his little tentacles wiggle around as well. So there we go, Under the Sea Quiet Book page, all done.